I'm Mike Niehuser, founder of Beacon Rock Research, and with me is Jason Weber, President and CEO of Kiska Metals Corp. That's KSK on the Toronto Venture, and we're at the PDAC. Jason, why don't you tell us about what's been going on up there? I saw the video on your ice road, and why don't you give us an idea of what your project is and where it's located?
Yeah, we just started our 2011 field program at Whistler, which is a project 100 miles northwest of Anchorage, Alaska. We, as you said, built an ice road, just started to get equipment in on that. It's a 120-mile long road that we'll use to bring in everything from drills to fuel and other types of equipment to help us for this year of drilling ahead of us.
So that really helps keep the costs down?
Absolutely. You know, we have a 3,000-foot airstrip on site, but you know, it's much more cost-effective to bring it in over land than it is to fly equipment in.
And you've got a pretty well-developed camp there, and you've got a lot of things going on this year. Why don't you give us an idea of the scope of your exploration you're going to be completing this year?
Yeah, brand new camp. We just built that to support year-round exploration up on site. So we just initiated a 31,000-meter drill program that will finish up sometime late this fall. Really the objective for us is to build on the discoveries that we've made already at Whistler, as well as to work on some of the additional targets that we haven't yet drilled or drilled adequately to make new discoveries on this project. I mean, as you know, Mike, it's a huge property, almost 530 square kilometers, so there's a lot of drilling ahead of us.
So you've got a resource now at Whistler, which you've updated and improved and understand better. What are some of the other targets you're going to be drilling this year?
Well, we'll start right now. We're drilling at Raintree West, which is about 1.5 kilometers from the Whistler deposit. We'll move within that area, what we call the Whistler orbit, right around the Whistler deposit for the spring program. We'll come back in June, and we'll at that time start at Island Mountain. That's a new discovery. We have 23 kilometers south of Whistler, and we'll be doing a large program there, probably in the neighborhood of 11,000 meters of drilling just on that target.
And then there's also Muddy Creek, is that right?
Yeah, Muddy Creek as well. We'll take one of the fly rigs we have up there. We'll have 4 drills on site at the height of the program. We'll take one of those drills and go drill Muddy Creek, which is a target we have done almost no work on to date, so it'll be an exciting one for us to find out what that target's got in it.
And what's the size of the drill program you're looking at this year?
31,000 meters. So that's, as I said, it'll take us through March and April, take a break in May for breakup, and then come back in June right through till probably December.
What can you qualify, or what you'd consider success to be for your program this year?
Well, I think obviously our goal is to build on the discoveries that we've made already. For us to just get an idea of how big these discoveries are and get the tenor of mineralization that could be there. That's really what we're looking for. Ultimately, we'd love to have a new resource on one of these new targets in the next 18 months. I think that would definitely be considered a success for us.
Well, these are porphyry-like targets, so it seems to me that that amount of drilling ought to be able to be highly indicative of, if you have some luck, being able to prove up a resource with fewer holes than more.
Yeah, and I think it's key too to recognize that you know, some of these targets have 1 hole into them and some have 15. So it's you know, some are a little further along, but it's not inconceivable that we could have new resources up there defined in the next 18 months for sure.
And for now, it's primarily gold copper.
Gold copper. Yeah, there is some other gold-only targets, Muddy Creek being one of them, that we haven't done much work on yet, but really the porphyries are the targets we're focusing on now.
Well, it sounds like you're going to have a lot of news flow coming out throughout the year, and that ought to offer some support to the stock and people that are interested.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it'll be a busy year for us, you know, both on the ground and news-wise.
Well, I think you got an exciting project. It's, you know, located in a safe political jurisdiction, and seems to have a lot of the hints of a lot of the other great projects in the Tintina Belt and in Alaska. So wish you the best of luck.
Thank you very much.
And once again, I'm here with Jason Weber, President and CEO of Kiska Metals Corporation. Again, that's KSK on the Toronto Venture. Thanks again, Jason.
Thanks, Mike.
Okay.